Scholars! No, this time I didn't forget. I didn't forget, okay? Someone out there, don't worry. I didn't forget. Okay? I didn't forget. I said scholars this time. Welcome to the counselor's office. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. And yeah, we're this week in Destiny. We'll talk about it in a minute. I wanted to do just a mini rant because this is my video and I do whatever the hell I want. This is how we do it. We do a little mini rant. I'm also checking the volume level. If the music's a little higher than others times, I'm sorry. Every time I do the Skyrim music, it either goes up or low, so apologies. Now, I wanted to make a video eventually one day, reaction replay. The whole thought of it is I want to turn it into a way that I react to comments from different videos and make a whole thing of it. I just don't know how I want to do it because I was going to show have the videos playing in the background while looking at the comments and having some gameplay. I haven't decided how I want to do it. Shout out do you care to see the videos, like the actual videos that I'm reacting to, like the comment section, or do you just want generic gameplay with the comments on the screen? Let me know what you think. Obviously my pretty face will be on there, but that's the thought. A reaction replay is just to replay some of the videos or go back into some of these videos and do comments. And so just like a little taste, a little tease, I want to give a shout out. You know, shout out to Myco Big X. I'm butchering, but this was a video I reacted to Maddox and his thoughts on Solo Raider experience, and I gave my own. And yes, here we have the reaction. Bro, roll mats literally just made me spit out my water. Listen, I was trying to say naked mole rats. Try to say that fast. It is not that easy. Listen, I've always said I'm a debate coach, not a speech coach. There's a difference. There is a difference. You should be able to do both, but I never proclaimed being the best at speaking. Just arguing. There is a difference. You should do both. I agree. So that's kind of like our positive comment. Here, let's go to a different video, or the same video, but I just want to give some insight into like some of the comments I get that just make me just why. So here we have Brian Sherlock. I've started to almost like your content, but there have been something off in a few videos. This one started out badly when you said that if people tell you to do something, you refuse. That's a childish attitude. And I think you teach people, which makes it an awful attitude to have. We'll get to that in a minute. People tell you to do something is them trying to deliver some advice, but using the wrong delivery method. Then at 23:47, I have completely given up because of your rant about anxiety. For some people, just pressing the button to join the LFG is a big win. We need to help these people and encourage them to join more groups, not tell them to leave. Build a community, don't destroy one. So thumbs down, and you're now set to no longer be recommended, which YouTube will ignore, but still, please learn. I just want to point out something right here. I think you teach people, which is an awful attitude to have. First off, I'm a school counselor. Secondly, it's funny you did talk about that because I actually did like a social emotional lesson on responsibility. And one of the things was responsibility is, I asked the kids, what is your responsibility? What is your main job at school? And they said learning. I'm like, yes. Are you there to have fun? Is that your job? No. But can you have fun? Yes. Is it your job to talk to friends? No. But can you when it's appropriate? Yes. Is it your job to babysit everyone around you and tell them what to do? No, it's not. It's the teacher's job, not your job. So funny enough, I teach people that there's some things that aren't your job. And you know what's not your job, you dumbass? It's telling people what they should do about their looks. I dare you, go up to some dude and tell him he needs to hit the gym out in public. I guarantee you'll have a fist in your face. Or go tell a lady she needs to lose some weight. I bet you get a nice red handprint across your face. What do you mean? It is never acceptable If someone did not ask you for advice, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. When it comes to your looks, if someone didn't ask for your opinion, shut the fuck up. And I think I speak for a lot of people. Just because you see someone doesn't mean you have to give your advice on what they should do with their body or their looks. Shut the fuck up. I know that seems really extreme, but I think there's a lot of people who can vouch that they've encountered people like that in life who are just these assholes who tell them what they need to do with their body. Shut up. Shut up. If you like your beard long and messy, long and messy. Ladies, if you like your hair the way it is, don't let someone tell you to cut your hair. Or maybe you cut your hair and you have this nice little chic, I don't know if that's the right terminology. You have the nice short hair. You know what? Rock the short hair. Girls don't need to have long hair to look cute. Those are just some examples. I know I'm going in on this, but I feel like there's a difference from me asking like, hey guys, give me some suggestions on builds. And hey, we're talking about Destiny. Let's get some talk to you're fucking talking about someone's hair. What world do we live in where we're talking about Destiny and raiding and bitch ass over here is upset because I tell people that I don't need to listen to you giving advice that has nothing to do with the topic that we're talking about. So this is my reply. We're moving on. I know this is my week in Destiny because we're going to fly through the rest of it. And you guys don't want to watch just a copy paste of what everyone else is putting out there. So we're doing things a little different, just a little spice, a little different. We'll get to the Destiny stuff in a minute. This comment is incredibly childish. Unless I ask for advice on personal care, there is zero reason to tell someone what to do with their personal look. Any intelligent adult doesn't go out in public and tell a stranger to go see a barber or go to the gym. Only weirdos or assholes do that. Anxiety is not an excuse to be an asshole, and it's not. It's not anyone's responsibility to be a carry or a Sherpa. It's not. It's not my responsibility. You could say you wish people would be more nice, and that's fine. You can say that, but you cannot demand that someone do it. Like, you can't be like, you need to do it. Fuck you. I'm sorry. And anxiety is not an excuse not to listen. Again, if someone is trying to teach you, you should listen. And that was something that said was in the video. Anxiety is not an excuse to avoid learning or trying to do mechanics. Most importantly, anxiety is not an excuse to disregard posted expectations such as know what to do and the person has zero experience. Just because you have anxiety and you hit the LFG, I'm so glad that you're overcoming your anxiety, but that's not an excuse to just join whatever group you want and demand they carry you, that they deal with you, and that you don't have to do any work at all. I'm sorry. That's not acceptable. Now, if someone with anxiety joins a Sherpa or someone who has a chill expectation, but instead is a toxic and is toxic and is hateful to them, then yeah, that's okay. And that person with anxiety is not going to trust anyone anymore. And I point out him saying people like you are actively the reason why people have bad perception of LFG blueberries. People with anxiety should absolutely leave groups that give them bad vibes, as telling them to stay will only make them feel worse and make them never want to try again. You don't build a community by giving people with anxiety a free pass to act like assholes either. That's not how life works. It's a give and take relationship. Please learn. And I think it is a learning process. You can't, just because you have an anxiety isn't an excuse to do whatever the F you want. I'm sorry, that's not how life works. No one's gonna call you. No one's gonna babysit you. If that was the case, I feel like the years where my parents were going into divorce and I was having traumatic issues, I feel like I'm owed something. But we all have that's the thing. We all have our ups and downs. We all have things that are challenges. People have anxiety. Some people have trauma. Some people have other actual mental disability, or someone has actual physical disability. Maybe they're playing with one hand, and so they're not as quick and effective at playing the game. Like, there's a lot that goes on with everyone's life, but just because that's a thing doesn't mean you get a free pass to be an asshole. I'm sorry. And what's being an asshole? Joining groups where you don't meet expectations. joining groups, demanding that you be treated like the main character, demanding that people let you get carried. If you are genuine and you're wanting to learn, or you're joining a Sherpa, or you're being honest, and they're just being straight assholes to you, and it was supposed to be a chill run, and they're not very chill, cash money chill, but that's on them. Screw those guys. There's a clear difference. Both sides can be true. You could be an asshole blueberry, and then you could have asshole people who are being assholes to you and anyone that's new. I'm not going to sit there and attack everyone who's a new player, but if I do know what to do and have good build, and you join me and you have 2 primary weapons, no exotics, and you have a Make-A-Wish, like Ikora gave you armor pieces, I'm going to kick you. I'm sorry. I was very specific. I put it out there. You don't meet my requirements. You think that might be an asshole thing? It's not. I set expectations. You knew exactly what it was I wanted when you clicked on my post and you added. And that's the bomb dollar. Like, I don't know what this cry for some emotional input, like, oh my God, anxiety, I can't believe you're wanting to push people away. No, I'm not trying to push people away. Literally, me telling people to leave was, don't be in a group full of assholes. If you're in a group and you're not having a good time, don't stay just for loot. It's called loot vision. I think that's wise advice, because at the end of the day, you play the game to have fun. And if you are with a group that doesn't let you have that fun, isn't actively pushing you to have fun, don't play with them. They're assholes. I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there. I feel like having just this whole thing is a perfect example of what's wrong with the Destiny community overall, is this expectations versus reality. Because in reality, you don't expect people to do your job for you. You sign up for a job, you are taught how to do it, because that's the expectation. But then you're expected to do the job, regardless if you have anxiety or not. And that's the same thing. Like, if you go to a Sherpa, you're there to learn. Sherpa isn't just a carry. Sherpa is you're learning the mechanics. You are participating in the raid, regardless if you have anxiety or not. You know, like I said, you don't go to a job, learn how to do the job, and be like, I can't do this because I have anxiety. Sorry, that either you work or you live off the government, I guess, or you live on the streets, or live with your mom in the basement. I hate to tell you, there are countless numbers of people with anxiety, and yet they're able to function like normal human beings. I can be empathetic, but I also am a realist. Welcome to the real world. No one's going to hold your hand and coddle you. I wish it did, but it don't. It don't be like that, Scooby-Doo. I'm a realist. And when I teach kids with social emotional learning, I set them up for success, not failure. I'm not going to teach them that the world's going to hold your hand. The world's going to give you a free pass. No, the world sucks. It's cruel. It's not fair. And you need to face reality. I'm sorry. I hate this mentality. It is assholery to the max. Talking about assholery, we're just going to skydive into it. I think this is funny as hell to me. Bungie heard, hey, we heard Court of Oryx, or the Court of Blades has shitty drop rate. They're going to increase the drop chance. That's right. So the Sunless Cell is going to be a Grandmaster next week. Hallelujah. That's going to be fun. I'm really going to enjoy going through a remake of it, even though the fact that is just the only content. But we know it's going to stay, which is fine by me. With Act 3 coming shortly, we're taking the opportunity to tune rewards and Expert Nether and Expert Core Blades. Overall, our goal is to give you higher chances for weapons, adepts, and specifically tie this with your output. Good, because it sucks. It's specifically Core Blades. I say the Nether feels bad. Like the other day, I ran to, I guess, another expert, and I got nothing out of it. It felt bad. But Court of Blades is equally as bad. It's so bad. You could just AFK farm the first run and you get about the same drop. So I'm glad that they're addressing that in Court of Blades. If you go gold or platinum, you're going to have an increased drop chance. And I think that's great. Thank you. Thank you, Bungie. I think it's a little, I don't know why it's in Act 3, but we know that this is going to be an extended several months until we get Frontier. So you're going to have plenty of time. So if you've been sleeping on Destiny, I'm going to do a video reviewing the weapons, and I'm going to tell you what's worth chasing and what's not. Hunters, congratulations. We knew the first week that you won the entire game, so congratulations. Psych, it's Titans. Even though Bungie did the pre-release, which is really funny. But Titans won. Who didn't see that coming? I've been a Titan main because of Stronghold's flash counter, and I've had a blast with it. I know everyone's up the butt of Bolt Charge, but I'm a flash counter stan, and I love getting comments like this. Let's see if I can find it. Here's the build I use for Strand. You can't see it because that's covered, but yeah, it's this one right here. But LOL, I boot people with this build. Trust me, I'd probably carry you, and that's how I feel with a lot of these people who don't like the build. You will probably carry them because they're that bad. I don't care about none of this. Artifact mods, we get Unstoppable Rocket. I cannot believe that my meme of people doing ad clear for Rocket is now becoming a reality. Like, it's going to be acceptable to actually kill ads with a rocket launcher. Unstoppable rocket launcher. Vile Weave. Targets hit by your tangles are severed. Picking up tangle reduces tangle cooldown. Perpetual Destruction. Rapid final blows with non-exotic rocket launchers. Refund ammo and increase reload speed for duration. They really made where people could do ad clear for Rocket. Bro. Gold from lead. Picking up special has a chance, it's not guaranteed, to grant heavy ammo. To shreds. Dealing sustained damage to severed targets unravels them. Defeating a severed target creates a hotspot of strand energy, granting woven mail. Can that just be an actual perk? I feel like this is what should be happening with strand generally, because severed and unraveling don't really pair together, but this seems like this should just be an actual like exotic or something. Like, this would make strand a lot better in my opinion. When I say strand, I mean like some of these like perks, like slice is all right, like cool. I mean it's all right. It's my biggest thing is like I want a better reliable way to do unraveling rounds, like destabilizing rounds and incandescent. Like, I want something like that where unraveling is just a perk on a gun and it happens pretty easily. Boost. Unraveling projectiles deal increased damage. Ooh. Additionally, rocket launchers are always overcharged. Yeah. Iron Banner next week. It's funny because the thing that you chased this week or the last couple of weeks was, it's weird because didn't we have Iron Banner like not even that long ago? So we didn't have Iron Banner just that long ago, and it was the Arc Trace Rifle. Now we have Guardian games for several weeks, and people are chasing that. And now we're back to Iron Banner again. So you have like 6 weeks of Trace Rifle farming, I guess, question mark. Trials of Osiris honors Guardian games. Essentially, it's going to be class matched where it's one of each. That's it. Oh, and Disjunction. By the way, this is not in this week, so this is why you watch these videos, so that we cover it. They're trying to make Disjunction acceptable in PvP. It is so, they knew, like, it is so bad, the hate that they are getting for Disjunction, that DMG had to actually tweet, understand the worry, big map, legacy of feedback around size, spawns, and flows in both 6s and 3s. Team hand tune spawns and zones for trials. Want to see how it plays and hear your feedback. Could end up being a fun map rotation, or we hold off in the future. See y'all tomorrow in the wild. Sorry, mate, it's a bad map, period. As are all the other abstract maps without heavy heavy reality hooks, kill it, annihilate, obliterate. To think there are still decent unremade D2 maps is puzzling. And I agree, there are so many good D1 maps that they could have brought back. Out of all the maps in the vault, this should be the only one in it. Bungie really do be trying to piss off the community. Redrix itself could have been nerfed harder. We'll talk about this in a minute. Down to give it a shot, but here's hoping all the team backs out from muscle memory. Babies, grab a scout and kill some people. Not every map needs to be tailored to shotgun fusion playstyle. Ooh, no shot. You're all punishing people with that terrible map pick. As you can tell, people not so annoying. People don't like it. Also, I need to go through every version and just copy paste all the store stuff that they try to sell you. All the garbage they try to sell you. Redrix, the devil itself, which hurts my soul because I love using Redrix because it reminds me of playing the battle rifle and Halo, especially specific Halo 2, like the BR be popping. But people don't like it in you know, they don't like it in Destiny. People don't like the battle rifle in Destiny. And Bungie has essentially said, hey, we're rolling back all the stat packages and making it more comparable to that of the regular BXR. Redrix is going to be more like the BXR. But, and here's the but, they said they're essentially going to, after all these changes, they're going to see if they have to revisit the lightweight class, and they might end up nerfing it further, especially with, you know, Outbreak Prime is still very strong. I just want to say I have waited for Outbreak Prime to be good in PvP and just in general the BXR. It kills my soul that you can use them now and people are such big bitches about it. And that's a personal take. It's a personal take. People are such big bitches about it that we have shorter amount of time of enjoying the BR essentially than we have had with fucking hand cannons. Like, it feels like hand cannons are just okay always, whereas one time, like very few amounts of time do we get to enjoy something else that is not like overly broken. It's annoying, but it's not overly broken. And I think they're hopefully recognizing that it's not just the gun itself, it's the perks that are on the gun that should be looked at. I don't know. I'm a little salty. I'm going to admit it. I'm a little salty that there's a lot of big bitches out there who don't like the BR. I'm a battle rifle guy. I stand Halo. Okay. And it felt so good to use it. And I didn't even use it on Radiant Dance Machines. I'd use it on Titan too, just because I loved hit firing and just feeling like I'm playing Halo because Halo sucks ass right now. Lone Wolf is getting nerfed. I think that's acceptable. So is closing time on special weapons. Let's be honest. Closing time and Lone Wolf are some of the best perks in slots, so much so that that's all people wanted. Especially closing time. Closing time is free 24/7 on specials. But it's getting halved by 50%. Now, is it going to be ass? Probably to a certain extent. People are probably going to go back to threat detector or an opening shop. But people are like, it's become, I do think it needs to be balanced more around these options because these options are essentially pointless when this exists. That's my personal take. Why, like, people are like, what's the difference between opening shot? And people are like, just go closing time. Opening shot's not worth it. Now, I don't know how it's going to be with 50% off. People are going to test it and see. If it's more in line with these, I think it's going to be fine. Machine guns. Everyone and their brother uses machine guns. It feels bad when you try to use a grenade launcher and everyone like literally has machine guns later in the round. You're like, what the hell? How much ammo do they have? But now they're only going to have 22 based on the size of the magazine. Get your spray ground backpack. They do be trying to open up a shopping mall. Bungie really be doing shopping mall. By the way, I find this funny, and this is perfect. I'm going to be honest. I have nothing against Sea of Thieves, but Destiny collabs are honestly the worst in gaming. We haven't got a single collab that wasn't one-sided or that's more than a store update. Not a single LTM, map, weapon, even free cosmetic for the. And that is the problem. You play these other games where they do crossovers. Like I remember playing Final Fantasy, was it 14? No, 15 with Noctis, and they did the Assassin's Creed crossover, and it was free. Literally, that was so badass being able to play as like a little mini side mission, and then you got all the assassin stuff, and you Noctis looked like Altair and stuff like that. It was badass, and it was free. But Bungie sucks ass. They don't do that shit. They suck ass. And it's everyone else that gets the free stuff. Now, granted, Fortnite did a crossover with them, and you had to pay for it. So, but Fortnite's also 100% free, so, you know, 100% free with some, you know, crossovers that you had to pay for, I think it's fair. Whereas Destiny, you have to pay for all of it, and guess what? They don't get any good crossovers. And the Star Wars shit, it sucks ass because it's not even a reimagine, it's a one for freaking one. Like, look at this. These are reimagined to fit their world. Like it's very obvious that what they're supposed to be, but it's fit to the world of Sea of Thieves, so it's not overly broken. But we have stupid ass stormtroopers running around like it's freaking Revenge of the Sith. Mass Effect had a free bundle. Yes, a free bundle of ass. Probably because they made Season of the Wish almost 3 times longer due to layoffs and the final shape delay. True. Mass Effect free stuff. I like that people are like, but we had for Mass Effect, we had the Ghost. We had the Ghost. What about the ornaments? What about the weapons? Literally, he just made a good comment of no maps, no weapons, or free cosmetics. Yeah, you get the free cosmetics, the Ghost, but like no weapons. Like, imagine we got like a special crossover map. Imagine like a Mass Effect map. That would have been badass, right? Or what about like an Assassin's Creed map? Hell, they could do like an Egyptian Assassin's Creed, like based on that game. Like we live on Earth and we've been to nowhere besides Europe. That's literally the only place we've been is Europe. Could we go other places on Earth? I feel like we can make an entire game based on the entire Earth. I know, I'm bitching, but I just hate the crossover bullshit and the growing store. I've got to make a whole microtransaction video about how bullshit it is. And here we go, Brawlhalla. And that's pretty much it. I mean, all this is known issues. Like some of these are key issues that have been going around since the beginning of the episode. Like some of them are pretty big, like being stuck on the quest that no one can do. Like people still have yet to get their catalyst for their finality. And it's so stupid. Game-breaking bugs. It's just... But hey, give them your shit, guys. Give them your shit. I'm sorry. I can't get excited. I can't get excited. Now, last piece of news you care about is that there was confusion. People, for some reason, and I never thought this, that Rites of the Nine was happening next week. We have confirmation from Destiny. Rites of the Nine will arrive later in Act 3. Listen, Rites of the Nine is not seasonal content. You're not paying for it. The seasonal content, they're going to do the 3 weeks of seasonal content, and once the season has come to its conclusion, story-wise, then they're going to release the free event that you don't have to pay for. You don't have to engage with the episode or the season. That's going to be free, just like Into the Light. Into the Light happened in the middle of the final shape and Season of the Wish. But Into the Light was not part of Season of the Wish. I wish people would realize that, thinking that it was going to be, oh, they're going to release it in the same time that there's actual paid seasonal event stuff. No, they're not going to do that. One, because they want you to actually focus on buying and playing the content that costs money. And two, they're going to drag this out as long as possible simply because they have several months that they have to fill before Frontiers. Yeah, we do need a reveal. No matter what happens to Drifter, I'm assuming Gambit is going away in the Frontiers. I think Gambit, we should say goodbye, but I don't think it. I think it's forever going to be the playlist where it's at. I could not imagine being this large of a company and leaving your entire player base in the dark like that. Yeah, it is weird that they literally couldn't have said something in the reveal stream. Actually, they did. I'm pretty sure they said later, and it was so like one frame moment where they said it. I could be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure they did say it in the live stream. It's just they didn't regurgitate that for people who weren't paying attention. Release it quick so people can farm peacefully instead of being rushed. You're gonna have months to farm. I don't know what you're tripping balls about. So basically Act 3 is releasing with nothing and is pointless. Yes. I'm glad people are realizing the seasonal content is being blind. Like people are being disenchanted or being enchanted by the free stuff. Guardian games, the update to Vault of Glass, Rites of the Nine, all that is free and has nothing to do with the season. Welcome to reality, where when the veils were removed, you come to find out that there really wasn't nothing. The biggest part that we got was the Nether. That was it. The Nether took up almost everything because it's an entire patrol zone. It literally encompasses the biggest girth of everything. And then Court of Blades was just a couple. So far, we've had like two locations? Europa, Io. Is there another one? Maybe there's one more and I'm forgetting. But the derealization mission boss fight location. Yeah, so there's only like 3 locations, and one of them is technically not even new. You could say Europa's new because it's in a cave, and then Io is just brought back. But like, we're ranting at this point. I just want to point this out so you all know. Don't expect next week to be hyper aggressive with stuff. That's why Iron Banner is happening next week, is because it's going to fill up the void. The fact that we're going to get a titty bit of like 5-10 minutes of story, and that's it. And you get to do the Grandmaster of Sunless Cell, which is pretty cool. But that's it. Hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe to the channel for more, and as always, game out.